that because it's here in America that they got a store that's attributed to a race of monkeys that give each other oral sex, man. No? Go ahead. Revelation 17. Somebody.
Revelation 17. Revelation 17 and 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are people and multitudes and nations and tongues.
Is that 15 that says that they burn it with fire?
Okay. That's 15. I just read. Let's read from let's go to 16. And the ten horns which thou sawest upon the beast which hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
That's the kind. They shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. How are they gonna eat her flesh? By way of, and I know she's probably thinking something weird, but you saw her smirk?
Yeah.
They're gonna send fire upon this place, man. That's the spirit, man. Yeah. Fuck, that's because the NBA ain't nothing but a freak, man. All she cares about is fucking sex, man.
DNA.
You know? But she gonna get all of the sex she wanted at the time of martial law when you got a group of niggas gang banging the hell out of her, man. Yeah. And she getting raped to death.
Grandma too.
Because they think it's a goddamn joke, man. These people weird as shit.
Right,
You got the men in black.
You got the men in black and blue.
Go over to Daniel's. I want to say that's Daniel's the 7th chapter. It's always a token.
Yeah, I have it. I can understand back.
It's gonna be Daniel 7 and 11. Read from verse 9.
This is Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9, and it reads, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels.
Which that shows you that the Most High, who's in heaven, who Esau portrays as being a so-called white man, he's really a Negro. The so-called white man doesn't have woolly hair. Yeah. Neither do you. No, I'm just kidding. No, but go ahead.
It's a lot
here. Too far behind.
Yeah, we all in the road.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 9. I beheld.
Go ahead, jump to 10.
Okay, Kai. Daniel chapter 7 verse 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open.
The judgment is set right now, so it's already set up in judgment for America to be destroyed, man. It was already set up for America to come into existence. It even tells you when you read in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, America. The word America ain't in there, but that little horn that's spoken about in Daniel the 7th chapter is talking about America. The judgment that's being set is for America, for NATO, and for the EU to be destroyed and taken down by fire, and it's about to tell you that. Go ahead.
I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain.
That beast. Now we know if you're reading the book of Daniel, and you can identify and say, okay, well, the 4 beasts that came up was actually four kingdoms that came up, you know, and that is not literally talking about beasts. Well, who is this 5th kingdom? Because you had the Babylonians that ruled, you know, which was the lion. You had the Greeks that ruled, which they were the leopard. You had the Persian and you had the Persian and the Medes that ruled. They were the bear, which one side lifted itself up higher. Then you had the Greeks that ruled. Then you had the Romans that ruled, and that was the beast that was contrary to the other beast. Well, after the Romans ruled, who was the next kingdom that came into power? You know, after Rome was taken down, we came back into power, but then we were taken back out of power by those same people. They ruled over during the Renaissance era. But then you had America that came out of Great Britain. You had all of those pilgrims that left Great Britain. All of those people that were in jail and those rejects, and they came over to America to establish a new land. And when they got over here, they subdued 3 kings. They subdued the British in 1776 by way of fighting against them and gaining their independence. You had the French that they defeated through the Louisiana Purchase. Then you had the Spanish that they defeated by way of the Spanish-American Wars, man. So there has to be that little horn that's spoken about in the book of Daniel. It has to be America, man. Go ahead.
I beheld, even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed.
I beheld, even till the beast was slain and his body destroyed. Go ahead.
And given to the burning flame.
And given to the burning flame. The burning flame is that ICBM missile, that thermonuclear destruction, and the Bible says that over 200 million of them are going to devastate and destroy America. Go ahead and, who got Revelations, the ninth chapter? 16.
Revelations 9.
And that's that third woe. Hey, the guy said, if you would have sticked around, we could have went into it. He said, show me where woe means destruction. And the scripture says, woe to him, you know, what it says, the first woe has passed, and the second and third coming quickly. Go ahead, you can read it.
Revelations chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And that's talking about World War III. The woes, the 3 woes, represents World War I, World War II, and World War III. And how is World War III going to be fought? It's going to be fought by Yahushua and the angels, and it's going to be fought also by the Lord using those coals that was kindled in the fire by the smiths. That was created for his indignation, which is the ICBM missiles. Go ahead, Revelation.
Yeah,
Jeremiah, go to Jeremiah.
That's Revelation 9 and 16.
Jeremiah 3 and 1.
It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And I saw, and thus I saw the horses and the vision in them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and jacinth, and brimstone.
When is a horse or them that sit upon a horse have a breastplate of fire, of literal fire, or brimstone? He'll burn a goddamn hole in his chest, man. Go ahead.
Yes, and I saw, and thus I saw the horses and the vision in them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions.
And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions? Yep. Why are the heads of the horses as the heads of the lions? Is describing ICBM missiles. The heads of the horses are as the heads of lions because with their heads they devour. Like a lion do with his head. A lion grabbed you with those teeth, he ain't letting go, man. He's gonna rip you into shreds. Well, those ICBM missiles is gonna rip America into shreds, man. Go ahead.
It says, and out of their mouth issue fire, and the smoke and smoke and brimstone.
So you got lions shooting fire out of their mouth, man? It's an analogy. I'm gonna borrow one from the Ark. Can somebody grab Hosea 12 and 10?
Hosea 12 and 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
That's a similitude that was being used by John the Revelator. It was a similitude. It wasn't literally speaking about the things that he was naming, but he was using the best words that he had at the time to describe something he was seeing in the future. Now when you come into the future, they actually have names for it. They call it an ICBM missile. Go ahead.
Revelations 9 and 18. And these three was the third part of men killed.
In the third part of man, you got three parts of man. You got the sons of the Most High, you got the sons of man, and you got the sons of the wicked. The sons of the wicked is a so-called white man.
By the fire, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths.
The fire, the smoke, and the brimstone that issued out of their mouth. Well, doesn't the scriptures tells you that America is going to be destroyed like Sodom, right?
Right.
It tells you in 2 Peter 2 and 6 that he left Sodom as an example for those that afterwards shall live ungodly. Can you grab Isaiah 13 and 16?
Isaiah chapter 13 verse 16. And their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Start up one.
This is 14. And it shall be as the chased road, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
And that's dealing with America, because if you pay attention to America, look at the debt ceiling of America. When you look at the total debt of this place is over $62 trillion. You can't, there's no way you can erase that debt unless you collapse the economy and you implement a new currency, which is the RFID chip, and that's what they intend to do. But as soon as they do that, that's when the Most High is going to allow that thermonuclear destruction to reign upon this place. But you got a lot of rich people that's leaving America because they're seeing all of this turmoil, all of these perils, all of these disasters that's coming upon America. And there was a news article, I sent it to the Akim earlier, and then it was talking about how the doomsday clock is I think like 2.5 minutes until midnight. So the doomsday clock represents the destruction of people, man. That represents the coming of the Third World War. That represents the coming of destruction. That represents the coming of all-out chaos. People are afraid. All of this hell that's going on in America, you got hurricane after hurricane. You got chaos. You got commotion. You got mass murders that's being committed. The richer leaders of this society, they actually leaving this place. They're saying to hell with America, man. Because they know it ain't no healing this place. So it's like a chase road that no man taketh up. Go ahead. What's your precept, Bob?
God. Jeremiah.
No, we did not want to speak.
What are y'all trying to accomplish?
Jeremiah 51. Thus says Almighty power. Behold, I will
Sometimes.
Accomplish.
Which one of these guys up here you want? Which one of these guys you like?
What we trying to accomplish?
I was just curious what message you're trying to get out.
Which one of these guys do you like up here?
Yeah, right.
That got to be the reason you stopped, because I know that you're really not inquiring, out of sincerity.
Right.
No, this right here, this is not for women. All right.
There you go. Answer.
Okay then.
It's for men. All
It
right.
sounded to me like you were trying to preach the
So
gospel, but
there
you're
you go.
not preaching
If you
gospel.
think that this is the gospel, then you know what we're trying to accomplish.
Right.
So go ahead, finish reading your scripture.
Jeremiah 51. Thus says the Almighty power, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell upon the midst of them, and raise up against me. They destroy